It's just a beautiful venue, really intimate, excellent beer and excellent food, and really incredible music.
I absolutely love their quirky and intimate vibe.
The musicians love the place, and so the audience love it as well.
So we're in the music with everyone thinks we're a couple. I don't know why.
We've been best friends since school, so we'd always talk about how amazing it would be to have a venue, the kind of venue that we'd like to hang out.
Yeah.
The kind of place where we'd like to go to listen to music.
Well, it reminds me a bit of playing at the Bluebird in Nashville. There's not much separation between the audience and the person who's singing, which is a really cool thing for the performer as well as the audience, I think. And it sounds really good too.
We have a bit of a philosophy here that I've tried to create. My favourite moments at Green Note are when you forget that there's anything between you and the musicians. And when you kind of break down that barrier between the performer and the audience, something really magical can happen in the room, and that's where we get our atmosphere from. It's a real pleasure to see a lot of the musicians come through here go on to bigger and better things. Sometimes they get a little bit too big to come back to our little tiny room that we love so much, but quite often they come back anyway and just don't tell that many people about it. It's a great feeling to feel like you've been a part of that journey to that kind of success.
There are plenty of things about the Green Note that make it exceptionally special as a venue, and not least the two women, Evie and Risa, that run it. Everything that they do seems to be done very gracefully and very effortlessly. All the way from DIY to the big decisions, they're doing it all themselves.
We wanted to create a scene, bring a community to us, and there is a scene out there. I think we've tapped into it, but also created it as well.
This is not a business you do for the business side of it.
You've got to do it for the love of it.
For the love of it.
You just feel amazing vibrations. You just feel great when you're here. It's actually very, very rare, I find, in London to be at a place with so much heart.
Well, good evening once again, everybody. It's Friday, it's 8 p.m. in London, and welcome to the virtual Green Note. We hope you're all well, and we're again trying to set your weekend off with some of the best singer-songwriters that have graced the stage of the real Green Note over the past couple of years. My name's Nick Harris, and I'm one of the audio engineers at Green Note, and I'm back in the hot seat presenting this wonderful lineup for you this evening. As always, it is an international show, although I feel that's only really international if you live in other places other than America, because tonight all of our artists are broadcasting from the States. So without further ado, let's introduce them and bring them in, say hello. So from Texas this evening, please welcome Sam Baker. Good evening, Sam. How are you?
Hello, Nick. I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm not too bad. Settling down, as always, at this time of the evening. From Mississippi, it's Bronwynne Brent. Good evening, Bronwynne. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
You too.
And finally, that's a lovely lighting there. That's a very, very nice background. Actually, Sam's is great as well. Sorry, I digress once more. Finally, from Minneapolis, please welcome Chastity Brown. Good evening, good afternoon, Chastity. How are you?
Hey, y'all. Doing all right.
Great. So, for those of you who haven't been to a virtual Green Note before, Green Note sometimes does shows what we call in the round, or as a writer's round. It's very, very simple. All that's going to happen is each of our artists will sing a song in turn. They'll go around a couple of times. We'll have a little break. We'll go around a couple of times again. And that's pretty much it. If you want to, you'll be able to join us at the end of the show in a Zoom chat. You'll be able to ask questions of the artists, talk to each other and talk to us. we'll be putting some more details up about that towards the end of the broadcast. Excellent. So without further ado, let's get on with some music. So I believe, Sam, you are going to be going first. So let's bring Sam into the stream. And welcome, the floor is yours.
Nick, thank you. My last live show was in London at the Water Rats. Risa, I don't know if you remember that. It was beautiful, and that's my last live show, and it was a beautiful night across from the British Museum. I want to do a piece over here for our brave nurses and doctors and medical people who are going in every day on the front line and really taking a lot of beating off this plague. But it's really for everybody who's going out and trying to do some good right now. This is a piece called Angels, and I just use angels for the shorthand of people that are trying to make things better, including, Nick, your NHS. I've been to your clinics when I was traveling and was treated beautifully and with great kindness and great professionalism. The angels flutter around her heart. Love can heal, they softly call. When trouble comes to the ones she loves, her angels come. Praise our suffering heal, our pain, her angels come like healing rain. Love and angels conquer all like a rain, her healing angels fall. Love and angels conquer all, her healing angels, they softly, they call amen. Yeah, call a truce, call a war, everyone is a bastard, everyone is a whore, everyone is a saint, everyone is redeemed, and everyone is at the mercy of another one's dream. Yeah, she's her suffering, heals our pain, her angels come like healing rain. Her love and angels conquer all like a rain, her healing angels fall. Love and angels conquer all, her healing angels, they softly call amen. Late at night, when dreams are kings, I get nervous about what dark brings. I call her name, she holds me tight, she whispers everything's alright. She is as suffering is, all pain, her angels come like healing rain. Love and angels conquer all like rain, her healing angels fall. Love and angels conquer all, her healing angels, they softly, they call amen, call truth. Yeah, call a war, everyone is a bastard, everyone is a whore, everyone is a saint, everyone is redeemed, and everyone is at the mercy of another one's dream.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I love the sound that's coming out of your space right now, Sam. Because with my eyes closed, I felt like the really, I don't know what it's called, the really thick vinyl. Like
Oh,
I have a
yeah.
Debussy vinyl that's like,
Right.
I could take up carpet with it and then still put it on the record
And still
player.
put it on the record player. I love that
And
so much.
that's like the sound of that song. It just felt like just this kind of ancient beckoning in a way. So yeah, it's beautiful.
Chastity, I went to, as a child, I went to church so much. I think some of those old hymns have always seeped in to what I do. So
Yeah.
I think that's, now I've probably slowed them down, but that's really, that it's an old voicing of us collectively trying to sing together, I think.
Cool. Oh, thanks for sharing that.
Thank you. Look, I want to say it is so good to see you all. Chastity,
Yeah.
I've been behind you a million places all over the world. I'm like 2 steps behind you.
Yeah,
Bronwynne, I don't know you, but my people came through Mississippi, Iuka. So I don't know where you're from, but my people transited Mississippi at one time.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm from Greenville originally, in the
Yeah.
Delta.
In the Delta, of course.
But now I live on the coast, right, pretty close to New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, which is kind of scary because New Orleans is not, they had kind of outbreak situation. Things are better now, so that's good. Anyway, I'm going to do one called Undercover, and it's the title track to my new record, which I don't know when I'm going to release it. To release or not to release, that is the question. I'm working undercover. See, I'm searching for the perfect lover. Caught his eye just the other day. To my surprise, he was looking my way. Maybe he's looking for someone like you. Maybe he's working undercover too. I know your name. Now I know your schemes. Hit to your game of love and leave. Maybe I hurt you, but baby you're cool. Making love to a rattlesnake, you got to be bold. Maybe he's looking for someone like you. Maybe he's working undercover too. Got to be careful when you mess around. You know it's dog eat dog in this one horse town. They're gonna talk, try to tear you down. So dust your boots off, baby. Laugh through tears like a clown. Maybe he's looking for someone like you. Maybe he's working undercover too. 'Cause I'm working undercover. 'Cause I'm working undercover. Undercover. All right. Thanks, guys.
I think that's hypnotic.
I hope I wasn't breaking up too much.
I don't know if y'all can hear me. I accidentally kicked my computer over. So that was lovely. Shit. Hello? I hope I'm on now. I accidentally kicked my computer over. But I wanted to do this new song. Let me get a thumbs up first from the crew. Yes, we can hear you all good. Heck yeah. Okay, great. We were driving back from West, listening to all the best of Lucinda. Then we pulled up in the park, put our tent up in the dark, and turned the lights out. Yeah, turn the lights out. Oh, turn the lights out. Turn the lights out. Now you're this flower. Try to remember what it is, or just what it was that I told you. Now your oldest one is 6. 3 by 3 is just what it is. So turn the lights out. Turn the lights out. Turn the lights out. Turn the lights out. Ooh, turn the lights out. Yes, turn the lights out. Oh, turn the lights out. Yeah, turn the lights out. Hey, thank you.
I love that.
Thank you. That's a new one, so I'm still like...
It's tricky, and the new ones are so hard, but I love the way you always come back to that minor and you drive that minor down. It's
okay,
sweet.
word. Thank you.
It feels good. You know, it's one of my favorite songs ever is St. James Infirmary that comes out of New Orleans.
Yes.
And there had a little bit of that St. James, New Orleans, Louis Armstrong kind of thing coming in. which
Word.
it comes to the very heart of what I think music is.
Uh-huh. Thanks, bud.
Ah, 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 ah. Well, okay, I'll do, I'm going to do this. It's a cover song, and I don't do cover songs for many, many excellent reasons. Not because there aren't great songs. It's just I struggle with like a 3-note range. But one of my heroes just passed on, John Prine, to this terrible plague. And I'm going to do one of John's songs. Yeah, I know a guy. He's got a lot to lose. He's a pretty nice fella. Kind of confused. Got muscles in his head. Ain't never been used. He thinks he owns half of this town. Yeah, he starts drinking heavy, gets a big red nose, and he beats his old lady with a rubber hose. He takes her out to dinner. He buys her new clothes. That's the way that the world goes round. Oh, that's the way the world goes round. You're up one day, the next you're down. It's a half an inch of water, and you think you're gonna drown. But that's the way that the world goes round. But I was sitting in my bathtub counting my toes. Radiator broke, water froze, got stuck in the ice. Without my clothes, I was naked as the eyes of a clown. I was crying ice cubes, hoping I'd croak. Sun come through the window and I saw broke. I stood up and laughed because I thought it was a joke. That's the way that the world goes round. Oh, that's the way the world goes round. You're up one day, and that's you're down. There's a half an inch of water. You think you're gonna drown, but that's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. Yeah, yeah, yeah. John Prine, what do you say? Naked as the eyes of a clown.
That's some good lyrics right there.
That's there. And Bronwynne, you had a clown line in your first song.
Oh, that's right. I sure did.
You did.
Yes.
What was?
What was it?
What was your clown line?
Laugh through tears or something like a clown or something like that.
I heard it.
If I don't sing it in the order, I don't remember
I get it.
what the heck it was.
I get it. Clowns scare me to death.
Well, the movies did that.
Yeah, they did. You're right. Not the clowns themselves.
That was beautiful. All right. Man, for some reason, like a dum-dum, I bought this dumb interface hoping I could sound good, and it's my dang internet connection. Okay, but we're going to try our best here in South Mississippi. I gave my body, you gave me a raincoat. You gave me a raincoat I didn't know that I needed. You should find a new hobby. This one isn't healthy. You know it's not healthy. Breaking hearts like but now I see the real you. Now I see the real you. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-dee. Ba-da-da-da-da-dee-dee-dee. La 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 dee. Ba-da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. Does it make you happy knowing you're killing me? Your silence is killing me. I didn't hear it coming. You don't have to tell me how the story ends. This is how the story ends. You don't have to tell me, 'cause now I see the real you. Now I see the real you. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-dee. Ba-da-da-da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. La-da-da-da-da-da-da-dee. Ba-da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. Gotta hand it to you. All your chivalry, was it just an act for me? You got a standing ovation. I gave you my heart. Don't give it back to me. Don't give it back to me. It's yours for the smashing. 'Cause now I see the real you. Now I see the real you. I gave my body, you gave me a raincoat.
Damn. Can we cuss on this thing? I really want to cuss after that. It's, for those of you in the UK, it's too early in the United States for most of us to begin drinking, but
Yeah, right, right. Or not.
yeah. I mean, there is a global pandemic in time.
There's a plague right now, so that moves the drinking hours.
Oh, yes, it does. Wow. What following that song, Bronwynne, I feel like the character in that song, like there's a power when you can see someone for who they are, and that's also so revealing about who we are, or who for the character of the song or you. And so the song I'll do next will be curiosity about oneself. And that's what it's called. It's called Curiosity. Who am I without those stones you threw? And who am I when I'm not watching you from the corner of my eye to see if everything's alright, giving you the final say of what I'm doing with my life? It's real life. I'm never really over you. It's just time that I've been combing through all the space to realize what was truth and what were lies, what was shadow, what was light. What was yours and what was mine? This curiosity setting into motion. I was a stranger to myself when I knew you. So I should say thank you for loving and leaving me. Yeah, I should say thank you. Now who am I? Well, I stay up till dawn, and when I wake, it's to no alarm. Sometimes I laugh at my own jokes. I know there's things that I don't know. You know, when I think about you now, oh, I'm learning to let go. This curiosity setting into motion. I was a stranger to myself when I knew you. So I should say thank you for loving and leaving me. Yeah, I should say thank you for giving me room to breathe. This curiosity setting into motion. I was a stranger to myself when I knew you. So I should say thank you for loving and leaving me. Yeah, I should say thank you for loving and leaving. Loving and leaving. Loving and leaving. Oh, I'm loving and leaving. Oh, I'm loving and leaving. Oh, I'm loving and leaving. Loving and leaving. Loving and leaving. Oh, thanks.
Beautiful.
I love the lines about the stones you threw that are defining.
Yeah. The beginning of that I wrote with a buddy of mine in Nashville, and he started the song with that line. And then it just was such a wonderful prompt.
Yeah.
So that's my buddy Jordan's line, and then the thoughts just came pouring out.
The curiosity, anger. It's like a two-edged sword. I love that piece.
Thanks.
Oh, lovely.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, how
Nick.
you all doing? Everybody okay? Everybody sort of settled? Started drinking? You know, whatever.
No, this is just coffee.
Oh, okay. That's all right then. Well, for those of you who have spent a few shows with us, will know the drill by now, and it's half time, so you can charge your glasses and go to the bathroom, or just let the artists chill for a minute and let them do their thing. Oh, sorry, Patch, I've just nabbed your job. That was force of habit, as I mentioned last. As I mentioned, I might as well carry on. Sorry, mate. As I mentioned, there's two of us from the audio team at Green Note doing this, because it is a double-hander, and my colleague Patch, that I sometimes singularly fail to give a shout out to because I'm an idiot, is driving the cameras tonight, apart from that moment just then. Sorry, mate. Anyway, so thanks to Patch, because I always forget because I'm awful. So but anyway, right, let's get on with the halftime show. So we don't have sort of marching bands or confetti cannons or anything like that, like they do at the Super Bowl. But what we do have is we have the owners of Green Note. We have Imi and Risa. So let's bring them in to the stream and say hello. Good evening, guys. How you doing?
Hey, Nick. How you doing?
Hello. Hey, Nick. Hey, Reese.
Yeah, no dancing bands, just us.
I don't know. I think there's always room for development of the format.
Oh gosh, we're just about getting there with the technical issues tonight. It's such a wonderful lineup tonight, isn't it? And it's amazing. We've got Texas, West Texas, Minnesota, and Mississippi. Yeah, so American Bill, but quite dispersed.
I know. I'm just zoning out on the accents. I have to say.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful lineup tonight. Yeah, well, this whole series is our favourites, but these three are definitely three of our absolute favourites, I'd say.
I love the format as well, that it's a writer's round and you can really hear all the artists listening to each other's songs and kind of feeding off it. That's such a lovely aspect, isn't it?
It's true. Makes it feel very live. So we're here every Wednesday and Friday. Thanks for coming back if you've been with us before, and please join us again if you haven't, and welcome tonight. Please follow us on all our social media. You can watch this on YouTube and Facebook. Our personal favorite is YouTube. We're having a bit of a trying to collect subscribers there, so if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, please do. It's our little personal competition with us. Mission. Check out our Spotify playlists. It's got a selection of everyone who's played and who is coming up. It'll give you a really good taster, but seriously, tune in every week because they're all amazing. And if you can't make it, it's also available for a week afterwards. So, you can check it out afterwards if you miss it.
It's always more fun to watch live, isn't it? Just because
see all the comments.
See all the comments, interact with the artists, and of course, there's then the chance to join us in our after-show Zoom hangout, which has become a growing tradition. Which so the artists and Risa and I and any of you that fancy it can join us on Zoom after. We'll post the link, I don't want to say, no, the code, we'll post it on screen towards the end of the show. And feel free to come and join us. It'll be a little Q&A with the artists and a chance to tell them what you thought of the show. And it's kind of fun. It's nice for us to see some of you out there as well, because we're just talking to a screen right now. We know there's people watching and it's a lovely feeling, but it'll be nice to see some of your faces. One final announcement is, which we say every week, but it's very important, and it's about how we're funding these shows. As you know, we're not selling tickets for them, but we are kindly requesting that if you're able to, that you make a donation via PayPal. And if you don't have PayPal or prefer another method, just email us and we'll work something out. We're suggesting £10 a show, and £10 for each show, and each show is separate. So if you did watch our show on Wednesday, the money from Wednesday went to the artists, and if you're watching again, if you could donate again today, because that money is for tonight's show. And a little change to how we've been running it, because now I'd say, Rhys, we're about a month in, aren't we, of running these virtual shows? We started on almost exactly a month. We started on the 10th of April, if I'm not mistaken, with Birds of Chicago, Sarah McDougall and Danny Schmidt. And it's been a month. And when we first started doing this, both Risa and I thought, Green Note's going to be closed for a few weeks. We'll be back to normal before long. And in the meantime, we'll do this. It'll be fun. And it's a great way of supporting the artists who've had gigs and tours cancelled. But in the meantime, of course, we've realized that, this pandemic, this problem is much bigger. And the impact it's having on our venue, on our business, on the musicians is bigger. And it's going to take a lot longer till we're able to reopen the doors of our physical venue. So it's cool that we're doing this and we're enjoying it, and it's a lovely way to kind of keep going with the live music in the interim. Up until now, because we thought it was only going to be a few weeks, we've just been doing it solely as a means of supporting the artists, and all the donations have been going directly to the artists. From today onwards, and we're going to carry on running this series for as long as our venue's closed. So from today onwards, instead of dividing the donations 3 ways between the artists, we're going to divide them 4 ways between Green Note and the 3 artists playing on that particular night, so that we're able to cover our costs with keeping these shows going, paying our sound engineers, and just generally to keep this being a sustainable thing that we want to do for as long as we're as long as we can, because we're actually enjoying it, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah.
More than we expected, because we're not massive fans of this technology, but we've been learning a lot. And yeah, but looking forward to getting back to the music tonight. And yeah, I think we'll hand over to Nick again.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nick.
No problems. It'll be well, once we do open, we can get you back doing the pre-show announcements in the real venue as well, can't we? That'd be nice.
Now we're gaining confidence, at least on camera.
Yeah.
But just to say finally that we're so grateful for all the donations. I see that quite a few have been coming in tonight already, and your support it just means so much, and it's great. It's an important way of keeping music live. So just want you to know how grateful we and the musicians all are.
Yeah, thank you.
Right then, thank you guys. Well, let's say goodbye to Imi and Risa for a little moment and bring everybody else back in. We hope that you've all had your halftime oranges, whether that be steeped in mojito or not. I don't know if Sam, have you muted your own mic? There we go, brilliant, excellent, thank you very much. So, I know, let's just, Imi and Risa mentioned YouTube. I was a bit slow off the bat there. If you're not watching on YouTube, or if you are watching on the website, which is actually a daisy chain off YouTube, so you can, if you're there, you can hover your mouse over the video feed and you'll see a little YouTube button. You can click on that. Otherwise, you can go to Green Note Music, which is our YouTube tag, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell, and you'll be notified of the shows that are coming up and also the moment we go live. So do that for us. That's amazing. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 followers over the next couple of weeks. Right then, back to the tunes. So Sam, the floor is yours.
Hey Nick, thanks. Nick, I like your picture. I guess yours is a still picture because I'm not seeing your lips move.
No, it's a really very clever trick of mine, mate. It's like, yeah.
It's like a ventriloquist, I think.
Yeah, I could make a really filthy joke, but
you could,
but I'm not going to.
You could. I'm sorry,
I'm not going to.
That was a softball. I know what a softball is,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I just gave you one.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, there's a beautiful woman, and she walks with a limp. He calls her his princess. He calls her his gimp. She calls him her fat man. Calls him her pimp. She teaches first graders. She got a beautiful limp. Isn't love great? Isn't love grand? She touches his face. He holds her hand. Isn't love great? Isn't love grand? 4 years they've been married, not one day a trouble got. Two happy boys got luck and daily double, love to dance with each other, say they live in a bubble, go to church twice a week, not one day of trouble. Isn't love great? Isn't love grand? She touches his face. He holds her hand. Isn't love great? Isn't love grand? Glory, hallelujah. My sisters and my brother, she wears fishnet, he wears leather when the boys are at his mother's. Yeah, there's a beautiful woman, walks with a limp. He calls her his princess, he calls her his gimp. She calls him her fat man, calls him her pimp. She teaches first graders, got a beautiful limp. Isn't love great? Isn't love grand? She touches his face. He holds her hand. Isn't love great? Isn't love grand? Isn't love great? And isn't love grand?
Yes.
Beautiful. Love is grand.
It is grand. And you know, while I was singing that song, I looked down and there is a dead, squashed scorpion at my feet.
Oh my God.
That's what I said in the middle of that song. In my head, Chastity, I said, oh my God.
And then, but the song must go on.
But the show must go on. Scorpion or not.
Wow.
Wow, that's what I said too.
But we couldn't even tell.
We couldn't tell. In my heart, I did. In my heart, I knew there was a scorpion.
That's good.
Okay. I'm going to do one called I Know It's Late. It's getting late over there in the UK. I know it's late. I know I'm not what you want. I'm what you got. I ain't for certain that I love you. Maybe a little, maybe a lot. So tell me now just how you feel, 'cause this feels too good to be real. I'm on a rocket headed to Mars. I'm on a one-way trip. I'm seeing stars. So when you kiss me like you do, you know I'm gonna marry you. Have babies, maybe one or two, with the old woman that lived in a shoe and didn't know what to do. 'Cause I've been waiting a long time. Be still, my love, let's feel the love we do. Won't you tell me that you're mine? Come on and feel the love, like a glove we do. So rock steady with me, baby. Don't rock the boat, 'cause I can't swim and the lights are growing dim. Somebody give me a rope. Well, I can't quit a good thing before my good thing goes bad. Everybody knows a good thing when they see it, but good things don't last. I know it's late, I know I'm not what you want, what you got. I ain't for certain that I love you, maybe a little, maybe a lot. 'Cause I've been waiting a long time. Be still, my love, let's feel the love we do. Won't you tell me that you're mine? Come on and feel the love. We feel like a glove we do.
Oh, yes. Again, the minor chords. I started playing along
I'm a
on
sucker for minor
my piano because I like that. I love that tension. Like there's so much. Yeah.
Yeah, especially that lead down, that walk down into it. I love that when you're diving It's like I know we're going to hit bottom, but it's that moment before we hit bottom makes me so happy.
You know what I realized the other day? My friend and I were talking about favorite songs, and he was like, can you name 10 really influential songs? And he's a guitarist. So from his perspective, it's like what the band is doing, yada, yada. And I told him, for me as a singer-songwriter, it's almost sometimes a moment in a song makes the whole song my favorite. And I don't know if that's the same way for regular fans, but it will be like how that melody is descending while there's just tension building on the guitar. I'm like, ah! Like, you know, so yeah, cool.
Yeah, I love that.
I was thinking, I haven't done this in a long time, you all, but I don't do a lot of covers either. And so this is one of my favorite, Kathleen Edwards. I heard that she was releasing a new record soon, if you haven't heard of her. She's a Canadian artist, and she has this song that's just these two simple lines, and I love it. And it's off of her record. Well, I can't remember the name of the record, but I think the name of the song is Mercury. Wanna go get high. The Mercury's parked outside under the lights. Wanna take me to the parking lot of the old high school. It's like you say, could it turn them dead in the car? And it's like you say, could it turned up day in the car? Wanna go get high. The Mercury's parked outside under the lights. Wanna take me to parking lot of the old high school. Ain't it like you say, could it turned all day in the car? Ain't it like you say, could it turned up day in the car? It's just short and sweet.
Yeah, I love that.
Maybe it's a little gothic. It's like, I think it's sweet, but I guess it's kind of gothic. And I'm like, oh, what a great love song.
Yeah, I love her writing.
I know. She's just,
she's the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, rock solid Canadian.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back to you, Sam.
Oh,
I just
okay.
passed it myself.
Okay.
Preemptively, I beat Nick to it.
Yeah, this is my last song, Nick. Is that right? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, well, I want to say first, thank you all for letting me be a part. Bronwynne Chastity, I think it's been really lovely. It's hard to describe how remote I am right now and what a miracle it is that electricity brings us all together. And I'm going to do a song called Pretty World. The world is in I think, a desperate place right now, but just for this moment, just for this afternoon, it's pretty sweet just for this time. And it's great to be back together with my friends, even if it's on these little tiny TV sets. Before the sun, before the heat, before we untangle from our sheets, before this summer day unfurls, pretty world. Before the papers drop at the gate, before our coffee, before we are late, before dreams are lost like midnight pearls. Pretty world, pretty world, pretty roses, pretty smile, morning light, pretty eyes, lazy curl, pretty world. Before the traffic, before the jets, before the sound of your footsteps fades away like summer girls. Pretty world, pretty world, pretty roses, pretty smile, morning light, pretty eyes, lazy curl. Pretty world, pretty eyes, lazy curl.
Wow, thank you.
I love that one.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
That's a good one for the times. It's
For the
positive.
times, yeah.
It's uplifting.
Yeah.
That's what we need right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm going to do a cover song now. It's one that I used to do a different way, but anyway, it's ready for the times to get better because I sure would like them to get back to normal. But anyway, did Crystal Gale write the song? I don't know. I sure would like hair as long as hers though. But Doc Watson did a great version of it, and that's the one I really love. It's called Ready for the Times to Get Better.
I've got to tell you, I've been racking my brain, hoping to find a way out. And I've had enough of this continual rain. Changes are coming, no doubt. It's been a too long time with no peace of mind. I'm ready for the times to get better. Long, lonely time with no peace of mind. And I'm ready for the times to get better. You seem to want from me what I cannot give. And I feel so lonesome at times. I have a dream that I wish I could live. It's burning holes in my mind. It's been a too long time with no peace of mind. I'm ready for the times to get better. Long, lonely time with no peace of mind. I'm ready for the times to get better. To get better.
Hey, I am
a
ready
beautiful
to.
version, yeah.
Wow.
I love that version.
Me too. Doc Watson was the best.
I heard that
and then
first.
John Prine too. I mean, come on, that
Yeah.
was
Well, we still need it.
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
So my last song will be a new song for me. I too have been working on a record with Brady Blade, who you may know him as a drummer with like Emmylou Harris or Steve Earle. We started working on this record and finished it, and not sure when it will come out. But this song is called Like the Sun. And I'm from Tennessee, but have been living in Minneapolis for 13, 14 years now. And you are very much, you can feel what, you can just feel Prince. And so he's an ancestor now. And this song was inspired by him as far as sonically goes. And it uplifts me. And as Emmy and Risa were saying earlier, like technology is not really how I spend my time. Well, let me not say that that's what they said, but this is all new to me. And it's been so nice sharing the moment with Sam and Bronwynne and all of you. So thank you so much. I love the Green Note. And yeah, so this is called Like the Sun. Woke up from a crazy dream last night. You were in my arms, sleeping by my side. Pulled me from a dark, cold place in my mind. Yeah, this love's the warmest thing to find. And I would wait for the sun to come up. You're like the sun, you're like the sun, yeah. And I would wait for the sun to come up, hey. You're like the sun, you're like the sun, yeah. When we hooked up, the summer's heat was full on. And we backed through the city streets just 'cause I kissed you on the lips that night, oh love. And I got home, the sun was coming up. And I would wait for the sun to come up. You're like the sun, you're like the sun, yeah. Ooh. And I would wait for the sun to come up. Ooh. You're like the sun, you're like the sun, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. Oh, oh. I would wait for the sun to come up. You're like the sun. Oh, thank you, y'all. Such a great, so refreshing to hang out with some musicians, even virtually. Really missing it.
Yeah, even virtually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, guys. That was just brill, as always.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Always my pleasure to be here hosting these. Yeah, just another fantastic evening of music. We hope we've started your weekend off in a great fashion. For those of you who may have not been here at the top of the show, and just to let you know, we are doing a Zoom chat after the show this evening, as we always do. You'll be able to log in to Zoom with the code that is now displayed on your screen. There's no password or anything like that, so please sort of just take a note of that number, take a picture of it if you're watching on a device that isn't your phone. And once we finish the broadcast, we'll sort of be there about 5 minutes after about 5 minutes after we finish the broadcast, so you can join us there. So, as Imi and Risa said during halftime, obviously we're not ticketing for the events. So, if you are able, please do follow the PayPal links that are in the event descriptions, both on YouTube, on Facebook, and below the screen if you're watching on the website. Obviously, other ways of helping the artists, or helping all sorts of artists whatever they do in this particular weird time is to support their music by buying merch, going and seeing them virtually and at other occasions. So with that in mind, what have you guys got going on in the next couple of weeks? Is there anywhere that you want to point people to in specifically? Sam, what about yourself?
Let me think. I have nothing.
Okay.
I am isolating, and really I feel like my job right now is to keep so that I don't get sick or get other people sick. So I am really just hiding and doing the best job I can to isolate and protect for sure my pals who are on the front line of the medical world, trying to save people's life and help. So really, if anybody has any inclination to be generous right now, look around. There are people that are really struggling right now. Musicians are part of it, but boy, in where I am, the food banks, man, they're desperate for food and stuff, and I'm not. I've got food and stuff, so I'm pretty good. If you got any kind of spare change, give it to these other beautiful musicians or food banks, because we got a lot of hungry people in our country right now. So that's what I would say.
Beautiful words, Sam. Thank you very much. And what about you, Bronwynne?
Well, my album, Undercover, will be coming out at some point. I don't know when. Like, timing is everything, isn't it? And so it was going to be, I think so. It was going to be April 10th. And then, but anyway, I do have a music video coming at the end of this month. It'll debut May 29th. So everybody can look forward to that.
Great.
Okay. Excellent. And finally, Chastity, what about you? What have you got going on over the next few weeks?
I will be joining a radio station here called The Current. It's based in Minneapolis. It's affiliated with NPR, and I'll be doing a live stream with them in the coming weeks. I cannot think of the date, but I'll be sure it'll be posted on my Instagram and Facebook, yeah, to echo Sam, just trying to stay healthy, and then being that our jobs don't really exist, I'm also just trying to write songs and take advantage of time in the garden. I feel so grateful that I have a backyard, and I think that's one thing that's very different in Minnesota than other parts of the states. And so not taking nature for granted right now is also what I'm doing.
Cool. Beautiful. Right then. So we are now sort of coming to a little close. As we mentioned, if we're here as Virtual Green Note every Wednesday and every Friday at 8 p.m. UK. On Wednesday, we have an all UK lineup, I think, if memory serves. We have the fantastic Catherine Williams, Danny George Wilson from Danny and the Champs, and Sylvie Lewis will be here with us doing their thing. As I said, we've got a Zoom chat, which will happen at probably about 20 past. So if you want to come and join us for that, please do. Again, another fantastic, wonderful evening. So thank you very much, everybody that's tuned in. We hope to see you again on Wednesday. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.